Who is LeChone Redwood, I hear you ask? 2015 graduate of the Manning School, 2022 Miss Westmoreland Festival Queen, and she was third in the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen. Thank me later. And as always, like and subscribe. I'm trying to bring you these lovely interviews. Like, subscribe. Thank me later. Hi, this is Roger Smith of the True Blue Lounge, and today I have LeChone Redwood, a 2015 Manning's graduate. LeChone, how are you doing?
Good evening. I am fine, thank you. And how are you?
Boy, I'm doing.
Yes. So
Oh,
digital is giving problems, so we move to the other company. Yes.
all right, all right, good, good. All right, so let's do a nice little cognitive test. Can you name me five boys, five girls from your first form class?
From my first round class. All right. Sheldon Lawrence, Daniel Blake, Devon Madan, Duan Cunningham, Travis Hewitt.
And,
First form, yes.
and five girls?
Five girls, Colleen Morris, Jada Sinanan, Kristen Farkas, Kalisha Nosworthy, Chanel Williams.
Boy, you see those young brains on the sharp as a hell. When I normally ask some of the other graduates, it takes them ages, ages. Are you a Apple
Well, you have to think
person?
about the class.
Yes,
So, yeah.
a serious thing, serious thing. So tell me, are you a Apple person or a Windows person?
As of late, I am on Apple. Majority, if not all of my devices are Apple.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yes.
All right. So since graduating,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been doing? And let me know what going to Manning's has been for you and your trajectory to doing what you want to be doing at the moment.
Oh, okay. So I will start off with what I'm doing. So currently, I'm a medical student at the University of the West Indies. This is my second degree. My first degree is actually in basic medical sciences with a major in anatomy. Ever since I started Manning's, I always wanted to do medical sciences. At Manning's, I was more to the pediatric neurosurgeon side, but being exposed to neurosurgery in university, I'm like, do I really want to be a be in charge of such an intricate organ? So I've been mostly leaning more to peds, but I can say somewhat I have stuck to my childhood dream. I did the sciences in high school and I still do the sciences to this very day. Sometimes I find it very shocking that I selected the sciences over the arts, knowing that I'm a public speaker and the fact that it wasn't my strongest subject in primary school. I just loved the sciences, but it wasn't my strongest subject. I think my peak for the sciences came about in first form. And for those who know, in first one we do integrated science, and I want to send a special shout out to my integrated science teacher, Mrs. Ulrich. That's where I found my love for science. When we used to have assignments for Mrs. Ulrich, we had to go home, read the chapter, then we come back to school and do questions based on it. So that's where I developed my love for sciences, because that's the time I started to peak in sciences. When I got to third form, I got introduced to physics. I did not like anything about physics, but I was still determined that yes, I have to do the sciences because the sciences square to become a doctor. So I remember getting my first physics assignment grade. It was 54%, right? And I'm a person who gets higher grades than that. And we had our third form parent teachers meeting. That's the first parent teachers meeting my mother attended for me at Manning's. And I can remember my form teacher telling mommy, say, oh, the child doing well, man. My mother saw nothing but that physics 54%. So she's like, doing well, there's a 54% here on the paper. I get all that you're saying with she's the first place in the class and all of that, but there's a 54% on the paper. So I decided that the next day that 50% need to change because my mother, she not see the average. She only sees the 54% on the paper. So I remember going to my physics teacher and I said, Mr. Gilpin, this grade needs to change. What do I need to do? Because I didn't like getting low grades. And he showed me some concepts I should practice, and I did just that. My next assignment, I got 100%.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay,
I got
okay.
100%.
That's cool, cool, cool. So big ups to that
Yes.
teacher. Physics has always been mine. My subjects have always been maths and physics. Nothing else. That's
Mm-hmm.
the problem. Yeah. So English, lit, language, geography, history, all of them. So those were just boring to me. I couldn't do them at all.
Mm-hmm.
So so everybody I spoke to that's obviously older than you, that's been on the True Blue Lounge, eat patty and cocoa bread every day at school, and this has been going on
For
from dot one at Manning's.
years.
What do you have at school today for lunch?
Um, for today, I'm a person that meal preps.
Okay.
So I will cook over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
and say, all right, this is for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, straight down to the week.
Mm.
So that will consist of a starch, rice, protein, most likely chicken, vegetables, which will be broccoli and carrots.
Okay, nice you say that because now you're grown and you're in university. What about when you were in fifth form at Manning's? What were you eating for lunch?
Well, break time was always cheese patty.
Cheese patty.
Always cheese patty. Right from was it Tuck Shop One? Yes, it was Tuck Shop One. And then for lunch, we had our canteen at that time. So was it either Barbie fried chicken or fried chicken with rice and peas?
Okay. Wow. No greens?
You get a little cabbage
Okay,
and
okay.
lettuce on the side. Yes,
You guys had a much healthier meal than we did when we went to school. Can you cook?
yes, yes. I can.
Okay, and what do you like cooking?
Well, for me, I love doing baked chicken, rice. If I get my hands on some pork, let's do some roast pork.
Okay.
And of course, my favorite meal from ever since I'm a child, which is the first thing I learned to cook, macaroni and cheese.
Okay, okay. And if someone was taking you out for a meal, what would you be inclined to have?
It depends on what the restaurant has. I love to try a good meal of oxtail and beans.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's with mashed potato or rice and peas, a good oxtail and beans.
Okay, okay, good, good. Hey, so my questions are gonna get nice and harder now, so brace,
Okay.
so brace
All right.
yourself.
I'm bracing for the channel,
All
the
right,
challenge. Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So as a Gen Zer, okay, would you like when you think of a significant other in your life, are you looking
Mm-hmm.
for a provider and a protector or someone you're equal to?
I do look for a provider and a protector. Um, Equality doesn't always exist, but I am looking for someone who is compatible with me and offers stability.
Nice, nice. Good answer. So, provide and protector. Okay, so you're not gonna beat your man and all them thing there and shout at him
No,
from
no,
from
no,
there.
no, no.
Just
Mm-mm.
checking,
None
just
of that.
checking, just checking. Hey, a lot of people are watching, so we have to make sure they know who they're dealing with. That's good. That's good. All right. So, what about when as you're much younger, when you're stressed about anything,
Mm-hmm.
what is your go-to? What do you do?
Walking.
Walking. Okay.
I either walk on campus, play a game. If I will call my parents and rant. Like my parents call me a drama queen because I am going to call them and rant.
Okay. Cool.
Especially if it's a stressful day on the wards, they know they are gonna get a phone call about me telling them what is going on.
Tell me something financially. I know what it's like
Hmm.
to go to college in the US. Not for me personally. I've had my son go to college here, so I understand how expensive these things are. What's it like going to UA? And is this something? Do you get grants? Do you get scholarships? What is that process like? And I'm only asking because I don't know.
Okay. All right. So it's expensive. Yes. It's cheaper than in the US. Yes. There are scholarships and grants available. When I started medicine, I was afforded scholarships such as scholarships offered by the University of the West Indies bursary. So I was one of the recipients of the UB Toronto Award scholarship. Um, there are scholarships offered by now the Ministry of Health, the Barry Wint scholarship, which medical students can apply to. Of course, you have the stipulations of where your GPA must be or extracurricular involvement within the university or prior to university. So there are lots of grants available. You just have to keep your GPA up and keep active at the same time because they want to see that you're the person who would demonstrate that you can balance both academic life and extracurricular life.
Okay. Did you always see yourself as this Florence Nightingale type person, to touch and
I
heal?
would, well, yes.
For real?
Always. Like at one point in time, I was like, if it's not medicine, I really don't know what it would be because that's where my passion always has been.
Wow.
Yes.
If I'm watching a medical program and there's a little bit of blood in there, I can't
Mm-hmm.
eat. Like my wife will watch all them programs, she can eat and it doesn't bother her. I have to either
Mm-hmm.
go to another room or switch the TV over. But my stomach can't manage hospitals. I remember going to Sav Hospital when I was young and my mouth was full of saliva for the whole time. I
Oh,
couldn't
wow.
talk until I came out. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate. So, what was it like going to Manning's for you? Would you say it was pretty easy academically, socially it was really good, the support staff from the teachers was good? What's it like going to Manning's? Would you say nowadays?
Okay, for me, it was a really good experience. Like, I always say Mannings are the best days of my life. I'm an only child, so I always looked forward to going to school to socialize with my friends. And you learn so much from a lot of people who are from different backgrounds. Because my school prior to that was within the community I lived, which had majority of the students coming from Hatfield or Strathbogie. For Mannings, you have students from different walks of life, even different parishes. So you learn a lot about each other and you grow in the process. When I just started Mannings, I was shy. I was shy, 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 shy. To this very day, I can't believe I was so shy in first form to the point where the teacher asked me to introduce myself and I turned my head to the board not to look at my class.
Wow.
So Mannings was the place that I learned to be outspoken. Mannings was the place where I further developed public speaking attributes, leadership attributes, which led up to me becoming head girl, public speaking attributes, which led to me becoming Jamaica's 4-H Girl of the Year, as well as doing public speaking in performing arts. So for me, Mannings was a rewarding experience. Like, I tell all my cousins, put Mannings as your first choice. If it's gonna be the only choice on your paper, so let it be. There's no other choice and there's no better choice. And for me, when it came on to teachers, I have some teachers right now, even if they didn't teach me, auntie and uncle. I will sit down on the road and be like, hi, auntie. Hi, uncle. That's just the relationship we developed while being at Mannings because my teachers, they looked out for me. My teachers ensured that if I was falling down in a particular part of my subject, they spoke to me My parents were integral in my high school life as well. So if they saw my grandma around, they'd be like, "Grandma, you know, say LeChone struggling in this. How we can help her." So I had the academic support of my teachers. I had the learning from my peers about their walks of life and also growing with them as individuals, which basically impacted on who I am today.
That's nice. Really nice to hear the academic support that you got from the teachers. Kudos to the Manning's teachers that are there. Wow. Let me flip the script on you. Did you do any sports at Manning's?
No, I
What?
was just a spectator. I would do a 100 meter on a sports day. One year they put me on 800 meter and I nearly passed out.
Oh wow, wow, wow! All right, so tell
Yeah,
me something.
but
Why is Manning's so football focused but not track focused? Do you think?
I think it's the support.
Supposedly. Sorry, say that again.
The support.
But
So
Jamaica
more
is such a track centric place.
Jamaica is a Jamaica is a track and field place, yes. But the support that comes in for football is not the support that comes in for track and field, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And support you mean money.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Money. I'm not sure about the coaching now, but I know that football has coaches for different areas. I'm not sure if they do that for track and field now.
Right.
But in my time, I think it was just two persons really focusing on it, and then football had like a whole barrage of coaches and support staff. So yeah.
Understood, understood. If I was to ask you what sort of music you're listening to right now, what would you say? The
To be
genre.
honest with you, I am listening some Lila Ike in reggae.
Okay. All right.
Yes, that's my go-to.
Okay. And what sort of what does she normally sing?
Songs about peace of mind, solitude,
Right.
nothing messing up your mood, all of those stuff.
Okay. Are you religious and how does religion help you in your life?
Well, I grew up in a religious family. I went to church with my grandmother every Sunday, and it hasn't left me because I came to university and I found my denomination, and I attend church here on campus 7 a.m. Sunday mornings. I am
Wait,
what I must say
they
it.
take 1/10 from you as well. All the student and they take 1/10
Oh
from.
no, 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 no. My
Okay,
church is not like that. You give what you can.
okay,
They assist university students. Shout out to the University of the West Indies Anglican community, because I can tell you I will go to church and I'll be like, I don't know what I'm gonna make for breakfast, lunch, or dinner after. And I tell you that you will leave church with a grocery bag without even knowing.
wow,
Yeah. So I assist with youth engagement. So I assist with Bible study. Since recently, I've been utilizing my little cancer talent from Salvo. So I assist with the choir,
okay,
as well as once I show up in church, I'm getting a Bible lesson to read.
okay, okay, okay. So let me ask you this much: what are you really passionate about? If I said to you, "What are you really passionate about? What do you do for hobbies when you're not studying?"
Well, to be honest with you, I sleep. That's the first thing. I make sure I catch up on my sleep. I will call my friends and just chat. And even if it's not chatting, it's just giving a listening ear. Because you never know how much someone just wants someone to listen to them. Because we're young people, we're navigating a world full of craziness. And it's so hard, especially when you're so far. My best friends live overseas. Everybody's far away from me. My family's in Westmoreland or overseas, and I'm in Kingston. So my pastime is chatting on the phone with relatives. I will search the internet from time to time on hot topics. I like to be aware of what is going on in and around campus. So I will look up that as well. Go for a walk, looking at a nice scenery.
So you grew up in the
Yeah.
church. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What do you think happens to us when we die?
We go to heaven or hell.
Okay. You believe that, yeah?
Heaven or hell.
You,
Yeah.
the good people go to heaven, the bad people go to hell.
I would say the ones who have repented of their sins go to heaven, and the ones just that who cannot be saved go to hell.
Okay, good, good, good. Do you want to be buried or cremated?
Ah, that's a very tricky one because when I think about it, there the pros and cons. The pro for me, we know it is stipulated that, or it's said, there is a day that will come when the dead shall rise. If I'm buried, my bones can rise. But if I'm cremated, it's just ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So my body would be even more degraded. So it's all up to my children when they get to that obstacle or whosoever has to bury me with what they want to do. But for now, I am just weighing the pros and cons.
All right. When you think of the future, are you very hopeful?
Yes, I am. You have to remain optimistic, especially in this day and age. You can't dwell on the negativity that happens around you. You just have to be that change maker to make a difference.
That's really nice to hear. When you finish university, what would you like to do? What would be perfect for you?
The first thing that would be perfect, a nice job at Savannah Lamar Public Hospital. I believe in giving back to where I came from. The the tree was planted in Savannah Lamar. I need to go there and flourish. So that would be ideal for me because I grew up with my grandma, so I want to be near my grandma. So definitely going back home to serve after internship and senior house officer year. I hope to be awarded the residency of my choice. Let's see what that's gonna be at that time. And from residency to becoming a consultant. If I don't know if my mind will change from going into residency and I just go into private practice, but let's see how it goes.
You know, it's really refreshing when I hear you say give back. I I'd like to ask you, would you not want to live and work in another country, countries, just to see
Mm-hmm.
and to experience? So, for example, Africa, Europe, the Americas, just to, appreciate how things are done differently and then maybe go back to Jamaica. I don't know. Have you ever thought about that or?
Yes, I have. Definitely, I've thought about that, especially for residency, because I think of the technologies that I want to be exposed to so that I can learn from them and integrate them into hospitals out here. So I am not against traveling, not against going overseas to do residency and learn from them and put back into my home. I am all for that.
Nice. If you were to be given the opportunity to go somewhere on vacation, what would be your dream vacation?
Um, there's this place in Seychelles. I don't remember the name of it, but the beach is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm a lover of beach, water bathing. Love beach. Love being in the salt water. Negril is one of my favorite spots.
Okay, okay,
So
nice.
definitely Seychelles.
If you were to go back to 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's just 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself if you could advise
Don't.
yourself?
Okay, first thing I would say, little girl, don't beat up yourself. You worked so hard or working so hard to be the best version of yourself. It's okay to take your time and do things. It's okay to not rush and be everything. You can be what God wants or you are destined to be. So
Beautiful.
just take a little time, one step at a time. Life is not running away.
Okay. Will you be joining one of these alumni, one of these chapters, whether the Manning's
I hope
Kings?
to. I hope to. Since being at university, I've joined the Manning's University alumni, and from time to time we recruit persons. I was actually a part of the exec, but due to responsibilities and school, I had to step away from that for a bit. But I've been a part of the university alumni. I am actually one of the coordinators of my year group reunion, which we're planning now, our 10th year reunion.
Okay.
So I am also a part of a newly started group called the Manning School Year Groups, in which we discuss alumni related issues.
Okay, okay. And my last sets of questions for you is around the 2022 Westmoreland Festival Queen. Tell us about that, and then going on to Kingston for the big Jamaica representation, and you come in third in that. Was that right? Because
Yes.
what is it with these beauty queen about this second runner up? A fool him, a try fool we?
Well, first of all, Festival Queen is not a beauty queen competition. It is more about cultural development and showcase, right?
Thank you.
From
I just saw the beauty, and guess what I was thinking? Who am I to know?
wow.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, Festival Queen was a dream. I've always wanted to become a festival queen. From I was a child, I used to go to festival queen either with my church grandma, Auntie P, or with my best friend and her mother. So I've been attending festival queen pageants for a long time. I remember, was it 2020 or 2021? COVID pandemic. I had teachers from Manning's approaching me saying, LeChone, festival queen, what we're doing. And I'm like, it's not my time yet. Because I had it strategically planned that when I enter, I want to be ready to take that stage. So I remember in 2022, when I decided to sign up and enter, I went to the same Manning teachers who approached me and said, this is the year. So it was a lot of training, especially in etiquette and walk. Before Festival Queen, I had two left legs.
LaShawn, you're going to have to
Two.
help me out with something, you know. You told me
Yes.
it's not a beauty competition. So you're going to have to tell me
Right.
what is it actually then, because now you're talking about walking.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get there. You have to do walk and poise. There's a point on the mark sheet, but walk and poise, learning more about my culture. So cultural awareness, community involvement. You had also social media that was a part of it. So you had best person on social media, and you had most congenial. I'm trying to remember the other one. Best talent. Yes. So before Festival Queen, I know I could speak, but could I do a dub? Could I recite a patois poem? I remember rehearsals for Festival Queen. I was told, LeSean, you have the energy, but you just can't chat patois, which I found very weird because I use my dialect every day. But I was told that I speak broken English or mixed English dialects. So that was a learning experience. I did a talent piece that took me way out of my character. Because at first I was thinking about, oh, I'm gonna do something like I'm in my Yui gown and I turn a doctor. But it was decided that I need to do something out of my character. So at parish level, I was a Puckle type priest. Yes. I was doing some Puckle priest something, but it wasn't too Puckle because I'm Anglican, so I don't know how to really go into that character. And then for nationals, it was more of a Louise Bennett themed piece. So for parish level, I emerged not only as winner, but most culturally aware and most involved in the community. For me, cultural awareness, my grandmother and my grand aunt, they made sure that every year civic ceremonies or when they're doing those little documentaries on TV about different national heroes or cultural sites, I was aware of it. I had a little book studying in Festival Queen that had all the history of Westmoreland, and I studied it from back to front as well as current affairs within Westmoreland and wider Jamaica. Also made sure that I kept abreast of what was going on within my profession because, especially at nationals, there was a doctor on my panel of judges, and he did not ease up with those health related questions. So I had to keep abreast of that. So it was a rewarding experience. You learn so much becoming a festival queen, and I tell each little girl that even if you're shy, please enter. It trains you to be more confident in yourself. Because I thought I was a bundle of joy and full of confidence before that competition. But when I entered, there was so much learn more for me to learn.
Nice.
Just by simple introducing myself, I realized that I faltered. Simple asking and answering questions in front of people, I faltered. Doing a talent piece that brought me out of my comfort zone, I faltered. But at the end of the day, we live, we learn, and we grow and we flourish on stage.
You're making up.
So,
You've made
and
up for it.
yes, made up for it, and I had fun in the process.
That's good.
Yeah.
Tell me about your business, L'Essentials. Have I pronounced
Okay,
it
so
right?
yes, it's L'Essentials. You got it right. Wow. So L'Essentials was established in the COVID-19 pandemic. I established it on the basis of loving accessories. So I started just with earrings at first because I love the pretty tassel earrings. So I started with that. Then I said, I can branch out to anklets, all the work. So branched out to different forms of jewelry. Then I'm a person. I love phone cases. I love glasses retainers to keep my glasses on my face. I love watch bands and watch screen protectors that either match my skin color or the clothes I'm wearing on the day. So I ventured into that, and to this very day I still add more and more stuff to it. Basically, I try to reach the demand of customers. So somebody will approach me and say, "Hey, you do this even on campus right now?" I have a printing service. So if the person's on I live far from the library. So if persons on my hall want to print something, hit up Essentials for your printing needs. And as I always tell my customers, for all the essentials you need and more, contact Essentials.
That's good. That's good. All right, that's what I want to hear. Hey, I want to really thank you for spending the time and talking to me. Is there anything you want to say to the 2015 graduate class of Mannings?
Well, hi guys. Our reunion is coming up October 4th, so remember to make your payments so we can have a lovely evening. And even if you're not attending, we are trying to put together a grant on behalf of our class, so Mannings. Remember when we were at Mannings, there were a lot of things available to us, and we want to start our impact as a young year group on our beloved alma mater. So, and also, words of encouragement. We are young, we are learning. Never forget that we are still learning. A lot of us may not have reached that pinnacle of our lives where we can say, yes, we are comfortable financially, we are stable, and all of that. But remember patience. Remember everything takes time. Remember the value of family and friends, especially in this time. And just remember to just stay steadfast in whatever you do. Whether you're religious, remember to draw to God. Whether you are just Living, remember to live with grace and humility.
Girl, you can't even go in at the church and preach. I'd give you my one
I do
tenth.
that too.
I
I do that
believe
too. It
you.
has been a while, but I do that too.
Wow, wow. Hey, thank you very much for taking the time out, LeChone. It was my pleasure.
You're welcome, and thank you for inviting me.
Not a worry.